There we go. And we are ready to go. What's going on, you guys? This is Coach Marco for CrossFit Madera, here with you for the Friday workout on March 27th. Happy birthday to my friend Christian Jimenez, by the way. Now let's hop into the workout. I've got the workout right here with me. As you guys can see, we have 3 separate strength movements. We have single leg glute bridges, cyclist squats, and bent over hollow holds. So we're going to be working a whole lot of our legs and a whole lot of our core, a whole lot of those. Whole lot of those. That's not good. We're going to be doing a whole lot of legs and core, working on those abdominals everybody likes, hopefully getting a little bit of a booty pump, a little bit of a quad pump as well. After that, we got some stretching, but we'll hop into all that in a little bit. So first things first, we have single leg glute bridge march. We are going to do 5 sets of 10, but we're also going to be doing 5 sets of 10 with the other 2 movements at the same time. For the single leg glute bridge march, you're going to start on your back. From your back, you're going to lift your hips up into a glute bridge. Try to keep a line from your shoulder all the way to your hips as straight as possible. This will not only allow you to activate your glutes a whole lot more and your hamstrings, but also you're going to use a whole lot of your core, and not just these fun little muscles that we have in front for the 6-pack, but the part that really matters in your lower back. After your 1-minute break, we're going to go into cyclist squats. For cyclist squats, you're going to have to find an odd object around the house. We recommend a book. Getting a book! Got a book. So my book right here is A Course on Mexican History. Failed that class, didn't really like it anyway. So for the cyclist squats, you're going to elevate your heels on that book. You're going to angle your feet so that the ball of your feet is on the carpet or hardwood floor, whatever. Make sure your heels are elevated onto that book or other odd object. You just want something to where you can elevate your feet as if you're wearing high heels. From right here, it's a little bit different than a traditional squat. So instead of letting our knees carry out like normally, they can go ahead and point a little straighter today, because what we're trying to do is we're really trying to load up those quads. When we don't have our hamstrings and glutes underneath us like we normally do during our regular squats, it can be a little bit tense on the back. So make sure that as you go down, you're feeling this in the quads. Once you're done with your cyclist squats, take a 1-minute break. After our cyclist squats, we're going to go into a bent hollow hold. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you can go into an actual hollow hold. But here's the bent hollow hold. For the bent hollow hold, you're going to be on your back again, just like you were for the glute bridge march. You're going to make sure you keep your back as flat as possible, avoiding that arch in your back that we all kind of somewhat have when we lay down. So avoiding that arch. To avoid that arch, you're going to want to try to scoop your hips so that your back is as flat as possible. Think of tucking your tailbone in toward your belly button. Once your back is flat, lift your legs up. I like to keep them at a 90-degree angle. You can put them out straight if you like, but that's a little bit more advanced, so I recommend bending them. Your hands can either go above your head, sort of like a Y, Y-M-C-A, something like that, or they can go out in front of you. You're going to hold this for 30 to 40 seconds. We're going to do this 5 different times. So as soon as you finish with your bent hollow hold, you're going to go back to single leg glute bridge march for a 2nd time, and then all the way through the movements until you've repeated each one 5 times. So it's movement 1, single leg glute bridge march. Movement 2, cyclist squats, and then movement 3, bent hollow hold. So once we're done with our movements, today we do not have a conditioning piece. We're going to go ahead and do some stretching instead. Our first stretch is going to be a seated chest stretch. So you're going to want to come onto a seated position on the floor, fingertips facing away from you. Try to pinch your shoulder blades together so that your shoulders go farther apart and your chest opens up a whole lot. This is the seated chest stretch that we're going to be holding for 2 minutes. If at any point you feel like you're cramping up or you just feel uncomfortable, feel free to stop. Next, we have a supine piriformis stretch. So for this one, again, you're coming on to your back. Don't worry about keeping that back flat, but remember, it is always going to help you work those core muscles. So if you want to, avoid that arch in the back again. This stretch is focused on your legs, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna figure 4 your legs so that your ankle is on top of your knee. If you can get it further down your quad, even better. From right here, you're gonna lift whatever foot is planted on the floor, off of the floor, reach one hand through the 4 that your legs have created, and the other hand around until you grab your knee or the back of your hamstring, and then pull that knee as close as you can toward your chest. After that, we're gonna do child's pose lat stretch. So to come into child's pose, you're gonna start on your knees, push your butt toward your heels, and then bring your hands toward the floor, chest toward the floor, and head toward the floor. To get a lat stretch here, one of your hands is gonna go forward and the other is gonna go on top of it, reaching across and leaning toward whatever hand is underneath. Once you've held there for 1 minute, go ahead and switch to the other one and hold for 1 minute. After that, we have 2 minutes of a forearm stretch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come on to tabletop position, have your wrists face away from you, fingertips toward your knees, and hold right here for 2 minutes, just getting a nice good stretch in those forearms. If at any point you feel discomfort here, feel free to loosen that up by bending the elbows and just relaxing, or completely stop the stretch. Remember, the point of this stretch is not to feel extreme discomfort. That's not how we're gonna get better at this. We're gonna get better by gradually increasing the intensity of the position. Once you've completed 1 round of these entire stretches, you are all done for the day. Give yourself a round of applause, big old pat on the back, and a drink of water, and maybe a cookie. Thank you all very much for joining me on this Friday workout. I always appreciate you guys liking our videos, subscribing to the channel, and showing us videos of you guys at home doing the workouts. Please send us those videos, tag us. We really want to share those, so just keep this energy going, you guys. It has been quite the transition from being inside the gym and coaching with you guys in person to doing this online, and it's kind of fun, kind of miss you guys, but we're gonna get through this COVID-19 crisis together. So again, thank you very much for joining me. This is Coach Marco for CrossFit Madera. We'll see you at the online gym.